2010, a young entrepreneur had a simple idea. What if you could turn office space into a lifestyle? His name was Adam Neumann. Along with his business partner, Miguel McKelvey, he began building a company that would eventually become known as WeWork. But WeWork wasn't selling ordinary offices. It wanted to change the way people worked. Instead of signing expensive, long-term leases, freelancers, startups, and small businesses could rent flexible desks and private offices. And WeWork made those spaces feel completely different. Stylish furniture, free coffee, shared lounges, events, networking. It wasn't just an office, it was a community. The concept caught on quickly. Then WeWork began opening locations in major cities around the world. Investors noticed. Money started pouring in. And Neumann wasn't thinking small. He believed WeWork could become much more than a real estate company. He believed he was building the future of work. And investors were about to bet billions on that vision. The idea was working. And then WeWork began growing at a breathtaking speed. New locations started appearing across New York, then Boston, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and eventually cities around the world. But WeWork wasn't simply renting desks. It was selling a vision of the future. Young entrepreneurs could walk into a beautifully designed office, grab a desk, connect to the internet, drink coffee, and meet other people building companies. And that vision attracted a powerful new customer: large companies. WeWork began offering space to establish businesses, as well as startups and freelancers. The company was growing rapidly, and investors loved the story. Billions of dollars began flowing into the company. Its valuation climbed higher and higher. Then WeWork started expanding beyond co-working. It moved into apartments, education, and other ambitious ventures. Neumann wasn't thinking like a traditional landlord. He was building what he believed could become a global lifestyle company. And the bigger WeWork became, the more valuable investors believed it was. Eventually, the company would reach a private valuation of roughly $47 billion. But behind that incredible number was a problem almost nobody wanted to talk about. WeWork was losing enormous amounts of money. By 2019, WeWork looked almost unstoppable. It had hundreds of locations around the world and thousands of employees. Investors had poured billions of dollars into the company. And that investment created something incredibly powerful: belief. The more money investors put into WeWork, the more valuable the company appeared. But there was a fundamental problem. WeWork was signing expensive, long-term leases on buildings, and then renting that space to customers for shorter periods. If demand stayed strong, the model could work. But if customers disappeared, WeWork would still be responsible for those massive lease payments. And the company was spending enormous amounts of money trying to grow. Then came the moment that changed everything. WeWork decided to go public. In August 2019, the company released its IPO filing. Investors finally got a detailed look inside the business. And suddenly, the $47 billion valuation didn't look so convincing. The company was losing huge amounts of money. Its corporate structure was complicated. And Adam Neumann had extraordinary control over the company. The question became impossible to ignore. Was WeWork really worth $47 billion? The market was about to answer. In August 2019, WeWork revealed its plan to go public. And that's when the story began to unravel. For the first time, ordinary investors could see the company's financials in detail. The numbers were shocking. WeWork was generating billions in revenue, but it was also losing billions. Investors began questioning how a company losing so much money could possibly justify a $47 billion valuation. Then the scrutiny moved toward Adam Neumann. His unusual leadership style, his enormous influence over the company, and transactions that raised serious questions about corporate governance. The excitement surrounding WeWork quickly turned into skepticism. Its proposed valuation began collapsing. The company eventually postponed its IPO. Then, in September 2019, Adam Neumann stepped down as CEO. The man who had once been celebrated as the visionary building the future of work was suddenly fighting to save the company he had created. And the most painful part? WeWork hadn't even gone public yet. The $47 billion dream was already falling apart. But the biggest collapse was still coming. After the failed IPO, WeWork's dream began collapsing at extraordinary speed. The company was burning through cash, investors had lost confidence, and the $47 billion valuation was becoming a distant memory. In 2019, Adam Neumann left his position as CEO. But the problems didn't disappear with him. Then came 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic changed the way people worked almost overnight. Offices emptied. Companies reconsidered expensive office space. And for a business built around leasing physical offices, this was devastating. WeWork's value collapsed. The company eventually filed for bankruptcy protection in 2023, marking one of the most dramatic reversals in modern business history. Think about that for a moment. A company once valued at $47 billion went bankrupt. But the WeWork story isn't really about a company that was stupid. It's about what happens when growth becomes more important than sustainability. When a huge valuation becomes mistaken for real value. And when investors fall in love with a vision before asking whether the numbers actually support it. WeWork wanted to change the future of work, and in some ways, it did. But the biggest lesson is this: a great idea can take you to the top. Only a sustainable business can keep you there. This is the Wealth Mindset Lab. If you enjoy stories about companies that rise from nothing, reach incredible heights, and sometimes fall spectacularly, subscribe to the channel. Because the next company we investigate might be one you think could never fail. And that's exactly where the most interesting stories begin. The Wealth Mindset Lab, where we learn from the rise and fall of business empires.